what makes students with special needs so important and give you some tips about how to better relate with them.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some numbers. There's about 15% of our world population that has special needs. With 7.53 billion people in the world, that means that 190 million of them go through each day with a disability. There's many different forms of special needs and how they individually affect the person, but we're only going to touch base on 5. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder where there's 21 chromosomes, meaning that there's an extra. This causes physical abnormalities, including short stature and a broad facial profile, along with intellectual impairment. This result is increased in developmental challenges compared to others. Moving on is autism. There are many distinct strengths and challenges that come with this. Some challenges include social skills, repetitive behavior, speech, and nonverbal communication. Alongside those is functional mental disability, also known as FMD. This is a disability that is developed during the fetal stages and causes the students to be 3 or more years behind and with a very low IQ compared to others. The next one is a very unpredictable disability that has a combination of environmental and genetic factors. It is known widely as NMS, standing for multiple sclerosis. It attacks the immune system and eventually will eat away at the nervous system in the body. On occasion, this can lead to paralyzation.
After hearing the challenges of each disability before, you may wonder how these people get through their day-to-day life. However, on the bright side, each disability comes with many different therapeutic services that can benefit the person. A few are speech, occupational and physical therapy, anger management, animal-assisted therapy, and certain medication.
We choose to hang out with them or not. As the population of children in the special needs community continues to grow, from just in the years 2014 to 15, it grew to 6.6 to 6.7 million. Many parents with children with special needs struggle with the reactions that they receive in public from other people. Alongside those who are raising young children also battle the lesson of teaching their child how to react when they come upon someone who is different than them. The key aspect that needs to be understood is that these people may differ in physical and mental aspects, yet they are still as equal and deserving as the next. We need to open our hearts and arms widely to any individual, no matter what the exterior may show. We commonly get confused with the idea that people that have disabilities are unable to do certain things for themselves. We always feel compelled to rush over and ask them for help or give them encouraging words like they're courageous or brave for just going about their daily tasks.
Finally, we see them. This is negatively sending them mixed signals for how to interact with people. Some physical boundaries that make being loving on them hurtful is that personal space can be difficult for kids and adults with special needs to grasp on. Another negative way that we have impacted these students, as I mentioned before, is the language that we use around them and the way that we instigate some of these students. From being a mentor in the class, I was able to see the impact that all of us as their peers have on them. When you show them attention, whether it's negative or positive, they will react whether it's repeating it in environments that it's needed to be in or not. This leads to them getting in trouble by a teacher or outside of school getting physically, mentally, or verbally abused. By touching on the negative effects, that does not mean that we don't positively affect them as well. Well, among others, for making these students feel like they're one of us, because in the end they shouldn't be separate from us at all. This speaks so highly of our school and shows that we are making very positive impacts on these students, but this does not stop here.
As a community, over the last 7 years, we've been making leaps and bounds in the special needs community. We have so many programs that have popped up recently, and just one of those was in 2014 when the Best Buddies program got introduced into Shelby County. This is a non-profit organization that was created to enhance our friendships with kids with intellectual and developmental disabilities globally. It is one of the world's largest organizations with nearly 200 million participating, and 48 of those are in our own school. As a member of this program, I have been able to experience the unbelievable bond it brings to you and your buddy. The sense of gratefulness you feel when you walk into your room filled with complete joy over just your presence is unexplainable. Many special events are hosted throughout the year at our school as well. For example, we have a one night arranged for just the students of the special needs class where they have the ability to get all dressed up and go to their very own prom. Each student is individually prom-posed to by another. This has been incredibly memorial for each student, and they look forward to it all year. On top of this, our school has founded an outstanding day that is solely about the special needs kids. We are joined by 11 surrounding counties, and this is made up of over 1,000 disabled kids and 400 high school students, and this is called Rocket Games. There are multiple different events that each kid can participate and throughout the day. These events include football, track, obstacle courses, and other events as well. Each year, Rocket grows more and more, and we're hoping that it will continue to do so in the following year. I'm very proud to say that I go to a school that includes these students as much as they do.
Students out for a class period, and they go and buy groceries for themselves, order food in public, do CrossFit classes, tour the courthouse, etc. It is an incredible way to teach them how to navigate through the world. They have each grown in ways we could only dream, and we're hoping to continue changing their lives. In addition to what was mentioned before, we actively include these students in our daily routines here at school. For these students, during second period every day, they get to pick an elective class to take and do the same work everyone else in the class does. As a peer mentor, as mentioned, in the class I had this for second period and had the opportunity to help them in their electives or pathways that they had chosen. Lastly, we have a unified sports team. This will be the second picnic for basketball and cheer, hoping to include many different sports in the future.
Ultimately, from this talk, we want you to take away that, for one, to be aware of what you say and how it will lead to their next encounter with any person. Think about how you would like to be treated in certain situations before you act. Teach your kids these people deserve the same chance at friendship and at life as anybody else would. And always know the way you react could change their whole entire day. Never be afraid to approach them because at the end of the day, they are one of us. And thank you.